Well, hey friends, how are you on this mid-week wacky Wednesday? I'm Carrie and I'm from Texas. And I'm doing this live today in hopes that I can connect with some of the boomers like me. I'm 63 and my group is the very last group of the baby boomers. So I want to see if I can connect with some fellow baby boomers here today. We are the last part of this amazing group of individuals. Just think about all of the people in the baby boomers, some of the most famous people in the world, some of the most accomplished scientists, athletes, presidents, world leaders, famous people. We've had some amazing people come out of our generation, the baby boom generation. And I'm really curious today, if you're in this last section of this amazing generation, how are you doing? How's everything in your world? Are you retired? Are you trying to retire? Are you looking at retirement and having a heart attack because you can't retire or you're not ready to retire? I'd love to connect with you today and start a conversation about what our group needs. Right? We know we have younger generations coming up, and we're pretty sure what we all know they need because we've lived it. Then we have the next group who we also know what they need because again we've lived it. We have our own kids, some of us have grandkids, and some of us have great grandkids, which is amazing. So what does our group need? What do we need? We kind of get left over in this whole conversation, right? Because so many of us are already in retirement and we fit into that block where there is a lot of conversation about retired people and what they need and the worries about those people. Is there going to be Social Security? Is it going to get cut? What's Medicaid look like? Is that going to change? Part A, Part B, supplements. I'm an insurance agent, so believe me, I understand all of that. I'm talking about the group within that group, like me. I'm 63, so I'm really not at retirement age yet. And the retirement age is creeping. Used to be pretty standard 65 you retire, right? It's creeping. It's now 67, 68. And depending on your benefits, what they look at, it could actually be 70. So what do we need? This small group of Americans who are on the precipice of retirement. We either choose to not retire because we just don't want to. We don't want to sit at home twiddling our thumbs watching the idiots on television, right? That's one segment of us. Then there's another segment of us that can't retire because whatever that reason is. And then there's those that also can't retire because they can't afford to retire. And that's me. I can tell you that is me. I have worked a long career in the insurance industry, 43 years, a really long time. And I've been an entrepreneur for 13 of those years. And I have worked my ass off. I became an entrepreneur to overcome a significant financial crisis in my early marriage. And my husband is in the civil engineering field, so I knew that he could he had the ability to make up a significant amount of the money that he lost. I knew that. In his industry, civil engineering and engineering period, there is a great opportunity for that. Mine, not so much. Not when you work for somebody. Not being an entrepreneur yet, but working for somebody. So I had to make the decision, do I want to continue to depend on somebody else, or do I want to really work my ass off and try to make up what has happened myself as an entrepreneur? And I was cooking along doing just fabulous. And then I got hurt. And I technically could have gone on disability because I have a condition that qualifies for disability, but that's not me. I would go stark raving mad if I sat in my house all day and watched the stupid television. I would absolutely kill my husband. It's just not me. I have to be busy and involved and going with my hair on fire. That's my personality. So I became an entrepreneur, opened an insurance agency, was doing fantastic. And then I had a catastrophe happen and I got injured significantly in 2006. And to date, those total medical bills are approaching $3 million. Now I have private insurance, but just think about that for a second. Out-of-pocket expenses, my percentage, deductibles, co-pays. It has been a catastrophe financially for me and my desires to make up this family catastrophe that we had back in 92. So now I'm sitting at age 63 and I'm coming through the Biden catastrophe of an administration where I saw a significant amount of that recovery gone to just live because the economy was so bad. I also saw in that period of time 2 locations of my business combined to one. And then that one combined to a virtual location. In the insurance business today, there's very, very little need for a brick and mortar facility because everything we do can be signed electronically. And let's face it, who wants to go to an insurance agent's office? I sure the shit don't, and I'm the agent. So everything today can be done virtually. So I was able to save all that money, that overhead, and recoup a little bit more. I've gained a little bit more, but not near enough. So I'm in this age group of the last part of the baby boomers. Sorry, I don't do well with technology here. I'm trying to, I missed it, so sorry, I missed an invite there. I'm the last part of this baby boom who would love to be able to sell my business and retire. Retire and do something fun. Because I'll never ever just completely retire to sit in my house and watch TV. I want to retire and do something fun with my husband to generate income. And we've pretty much figured that out, but I would want to do it today. And when I crunch my numbers and I talk to my financial planner, I'm maybe 7 years away. 70. That makes me sick. I started working when I was 22, out of college. It's a long time. And we're kind of forgotten, this group of people who have worked really hard, have been very careful about what they spend, not to overextend, planned, double planned, triple planned, and yet I can't do it. And I know there's a lot of you out there that are just like me that can't do it. We're not there. So we got to do the daily grind. Got to get up every day, keep working, put our head down. And we're kind of forgotten. We're in that group where we're not quite retired. We're not young. We're not in our 40s and 50s. So what do we need? What do we need as a segment of that? Love my kiddos. I'm trying to invite you, but it won't work. So I don't know. Maybe I have something not working here. I'm not techie. I'm sorry. What do we need? What do we need to get over the hump, to get ourselves to the point where we can retire from our careers and do something fun, if that's what you want to do? What do we need? I'm an entrepreneur, so I know if I continue to work 16 hours, I might, but I have the stamina to do 16 hours a week for the next 7 years of my life? That thought makes me ill, on top of the fact that I have this disease. The easy way out for me would be to just say, okay, I'm done, sell what I have, and then just not be able to work anymore and file for disability. That's not my generation, though. And it goes against every single thing, every core being, every core thought I have in my head, and it goes back to my parents who came to the United States in the late 60s for us to live this amazing American dream, and it was drilled into my head, you do not depend on the government. You do not depend on anybody but yourself. You don't do that. Now, I lost my mom 3 years ago. Luckily, my dad is still healthy and amazing, and he had an amazing career. But he's still around. And I have to answer to him still, even though I'm 63. It's just the fabric of our generation. So the question that I think is a glaring question for all of us is our Social Security. Are we going to have it? Those of us who are not ready to retire, who can't retire, who are waiting to get to that next level, those higher numbers, we're putting it off. Is it going to be there? What do you think? I don't really know. After what I've seen our country go through in the last 10 years and the conduct of our leaders, all of them, I'm not sure I can depend on that. Hi, Keenan. How are you? I'm doing great. How are you? I'm just reading here. Oh, you're glad the boomers are on their way out? Well, we should thank the boomers because it's the greatest generation so far. So if you're glad that we're on our way out, well, why don't you just leave the chat? Because I don't have any time for anybody that's ugly, rude, insulting, condescending, or arrogant. So how about that? This is what's wrong with our society, is there's no respect. Take a deep breath. I'd really love to know, and you kicked the ladder out from younger generations. Oh, and how did we do that? How did we do that? Explain how we did that. By creating manufacturing? How did we do that? What is your explanation for that? And this conversation's not for you, so get the hell out. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to other people in this generation. That's the problem with the younger generations. They have no respect. I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not afraid of anybody. So if you're not part of that generation, what the fuck are you doing here? Get out. Not interested in what you have to say. I'm interested in what fellow baby boomers have to say. How about that? Part of the problem, you have no manners, no respect. Isn't it amazing? It is absolutely amazing how disrespectful younger generations are. And you want the explanation as to who's responsible for this current situation? You need to look at the generation actually before. They're still part of the baby boomers, but they're the beginning part of the baby boomers. And those people who were elected 30, 40 years ago, the Joe Biden's generation, those are the ones that you should be upset with, because those are the ones that spent all the money and have no accountability to the American public because they think they can do whatever they want. Thus, the birth of MAGA. Because you see, MAGA is about taking back what generations have already squandered. In case you need a history lesson, which obviously you do. So my question again is not to the younger generations. And if you're here, just leave, because you're not welcome, okay? Go join some other group. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to fellow baby boomers. Do you need lower insurance? Do you need higher benefits from Medicare? Do you need better coverage when you go to the doctor? What is it that your generation needs? And then one final question to those of you who aren't retired yet. How long are you going to have to continue to work? I'm pretty sure I'm in it for 6 to 7 years. But I work for myself. Big difference. I'm not accountable to anybody but myself. Maybe that'll change. I don't know. I hope if you're in this group, you're doing really well. And I hope you make your opinions heard. Not enough of you do. Because we are that last group of the greatest generation. Many blessings to you wherever you are. And I look forward to hearing from you all. This is Carrie from Texas. Have a great day, everyone.